legal reasons. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and get started. First thing was to say welcome to the survivors ranks. Usually, even when I'm face-to-face, I have about a third dropout rate. The reason I wanted to meet with you guys, I wanted to make sure that you knew that you're probably studying more than you need to, because the way that the books are set up and the way that study notes are set up is always going to be encyclopedic, right? So they tell you everything you need to know about every single drug without any sort of overview. And they tell you too much stuff all at once. Like I was looking at the section on, I think it was benzodiazepines. You know, they give you, the first thing you see is this horrifying list of all these drugs. And in fact, when you're studying drugs, even if you're studying them for your like PA or nursing or whatever, the way you study it is not to start out by learning each and every drug. That's just not how your brain works. What you do is you learn the drug class and you learn one drug. And the best drug to learn is the oldest drug, because the oldest drug is always going to be the one that has the most side effects and has the most actions. And then if you know that one, all the other drugs are easy, because new drugs that come out are always better and have less side effects, because nobody's going to pay for a new drug if it's worse and has more side effects. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah. So for instance, that's why for like the Alpha1 blockers, the one to know is prazosin. That was the first one. That one is the one, like if it's the apocalypse, you only can have one alpha blocker. That's the one to use, to grab, because that one you can use for any of those indications. You can use it for BPH, or you can use it for blood pressure or whatever. They market it for blood pressure, but you can use it for anything because it works on everything. It's not specific for any particular alpha 1. It's not alpha 1 to alpha 1.3. It's just all the alpha 1s. Same thing with phenylephrine for the Alpha1 agonist. Just learn phenylephrine, and then every other Alpha1 agonist is going to be easy. But unfortunately, when it's a textbook, the textbook works like a reference, and so they have to give you all the information at once. So the way to study is to learn like one representative drug, and then just when you're reading or when you're studying stuff, like skip the other stuff, just learn the one drug, then go back and study the other stuff. And the best drug to learn is always going to be the generic one, and learn the suffix, and then just know the suffix. And especially for my course, you don't need to learn individual drug names. You just need to be able to recognize them. So a suffix is all you really need. But that's the way to study it, even when you get to your more advanced courses. Is for the first time through is you look at one representative drug and you study that, and that'll be like the drug class. And then just close your, be like, well, I have to read this whole chapter by tonight. No, study that one. Stop, learn that one, control yourself from your panic attack, learn that one, then go and look at the other ones. And you'll see, oh, wait, I already know everything about this drug, except this drug is once a day. Or, oh, this drug is short acting. Oh, okay. Or this, and then all you have to do is like think of some mnemonic to remember that, oh, this is the drug that's once a day. Or, oh, this is the one that's long acting. Or, oh, this is the one that makes your liver explode, or whatever. It's just going to make it like way more easy. And you're going to be studying way less. I am terrible at memorizing. I hated anatomy, but I was the top of my class. I went to Johns Hopkins. You can do it without memorizing. You just have to study efficiently. And I know none of you guys have a lot of free time. So if don't study the way the book is laid out. There's no way to lay out a book the way it is to study. This is the closest you're going to get because it's a review book. Okay, and even this, there's one image in this book that when I saw it, I think it's in the antidepressant. Oh yeah, this image, I literally, when I saw this picture, I laughed out loud, and I was crying with laughter because it is the most useless image. Oh, I got my hand on it. What are you supposed to learn from this picture? Look at that. Right? That's not a picture you learn from. Look at that. Nobody can learn from that picture. There's all the arrows and stuff. That's ridiculous. That is because the book is for reference. That is not something to study. That is awful. Okay? All right, so that's the first thing I wanted to make sure I told you guys. because now that you are a survivor, you're going to see that the number of drugs that you are going to run into and that are going to be boldface are going to be higher numbers. And in fact, even in the flashcards, suddenly there's way more drugs and you're like, ah! Don't panic. The thing to know is the drug class and then a few little weird things. And I'll show you the same thing holds true for like this first section on the benzos and the barbs and things like that. Okay.